Today, let's talk about yung mahal na airfare. No? Lately, lumalabas na naman yung issue on mataas ang airfare. But before we get carried away, let's understand what are the mechanics for airfare. Number one, we have to understand the concept of monopoly. Kung isang ruta, for example, Manila to Siargao, isang airline lang ang lumilipad, that's a monopoly. Ibig sabihin, they can charge monopoly pricing kasi wala nang ibang nagpo-provide. So that's what we call monopoly. Kung duopoly naman, dalawa. Cebu Pacific man, PAL, dalawa. At least may konting competition. But still doesn't solve the problem. Kasi what if nag-agree sila, titinginan, bakit tayo maglalaban ng presyo? So usually, makakahanap pa ng usual pricing na nagkakaparehas, hindi nagkakalayo. Of course, later on, we can discuss yung oligopoly kung marami na. No? But let's just focus basic on airfare. When you buy an airfare, ano kikita mo? Basic charges, taxes, and fees, saka fuel surcharge. The easiest way to resolve this is not to allow fuel surcharge anymore. Fuel surcharge is a mechanism for airlines to charge kung tumaas ang fuel, aviation fuel for this week, for this month, tataas nila ang fare. Kung bumaba, ibababa. But in reality kasi, sa economics ng ganitong sistema, there is what we call a rocket and feather phenomenon. Katulad ng gas and diesel prices. Kung tumaas ang world prices, tataas tayo kaagad. Pero kung bumaba ang ating gasolina at diesel, ang pababa, parang feather na pababa. So it's not good either way. Let's have the regulators look at how we can remove the fuel surcharge. Inabsorb na. Lahat naman ng countries, kung anong presyo ng oils mo, sagot mo yun tumaas yung presyo last week, i-adjust mo sa basic prices. Wala na yung ganyang sistema na fuel surcharge. At pangalawa, and this is the bigger concern, di ba tayong mga pasahero were the clients and consumers of the airlines? Bakit they're selecting all these additional charges for us? Lalo na yung insurance. No? The best practice, global practice, if you care for your customers and citizens, dapat hindi yung automatic nakaklik yung insurance, you're unprotected, parang tinatakot ka pa. You should be given free choice. At opt-in siya, option in. Hindi yung tinitik, ikaw pa yung mag-a-untick. Kung hindi mo napansin at hindi mo na-unclick, bayad ka kaagad, nowhere to refund. And in terms of risk, airline travel is among the safest modes of travel. So there really is no call for insurance na mahal. So dapat hindi ka automatic. And this is the problem of regulation. Kasi kung ikaw yung airline, syempre gustong-gusto mo dagdag ng amounts of fare, kung anong pwedeng add-on, dagdag ka ng as it is, hirap na nga yung pasahero magbayad ng fare, dagdag pa ng dagdag. And the regulators, here in this question, it's the Civil Aeronautics Board or CAB. Totoosin, hindi rin mabilis maging regulator kasi you're going against big companies na sinasakyan mo rin, di ba? It's the same airlines that you have to deal with. But I hope there should be some form of a balance. Tama-tama lang. Huwag naman lahat in favor of the big companies. Dito din tayo sa maliliit na pasahero. The easiest way is to ask them, hindi pwede yung automatic opt-in, especially kung mapataas ang airfare. Dapat opt-out. At dapat may diretso. Kung nakabook ka na, gusto mo ng bayan na kaagad. Wala na yung maraming steps pa na nililigaw ka, hinihilo ka pa. And this applies for a lot of airlines. The third issue, ang pinaka-malala pa, may mas malala pa, is this. Bumili ka ng airfare. Hindi mo nagamit for whatever reason. Nagkasakit ka, may namatayan ka. Imagine the whole amount, 6,000, 8,000 man. Kina-cancel, forfeit, as if wala siyang value. Now, I understand that there is the need for balancing loading ng pasahero. But in the scheme of things kasi, for example, a week before, kung nasabi mo na hindi ka makaalis, dapat full refund. Let's say 48 hours mo lang nalaman. Let's say less na yung chance for the airline to sell the seat ticket. Siguro 50%. Can you imagine 24 hours nabenta ulit yung ticket at hindi nagamit? Ibig sabihin, it's being sold double, triple time. And if it's really on the emergency, valid naman basis, there should be some concept. At least, yung taxes and fees, hindi na ibalik. But at least yung fare, may portion. Kasi maging unjust enrichment may kumakita on your fare. The airlines will cite many data but many cases. But sa akin lang, simple. Kung hindi ka man nagkatuluyan sumakay at given may reasonable period, Hindi naman isang taon. Hindi naman yung sobrang reasonable. Dapat may refund ka. At least man lang, travel credit. And to this point naman, nag-reform naman ang airlines natin, the local airlines. Nagbibigay din naman ng credit. Importante lang, matutukan. On the international travel aspect, we still have the travel tax. It's been my long advocacy na dapat tanggalin yung travel tax. Bakit pati yung pag-aral natin, pag-lakwatsa, tinatax pa tayo? Hindi pa ba dapat yung buwis, marami na tayong binabayaran? Huwag na yung dagdag pa sa tax. Ang masama pa dito, the travel tax is collected and paid by one agency, yung tinatawag na TIEZA. So you have one agency just collecting this tax. At alam mo yung TIEZA, it's not the cleanest of all agencies. Marami din siya, maraming issues, maraming controversies. You can look it up quickly online. So, ang feeling ko lang, huwag mo nang i-tax yung passengers na gusto magkalawak ng experience, gusto mo gala, gusto mo lakaw-lakaw. Ayaw na ang ibalik na ang taxes sa mga mamamayan, especially sa middle class. And if there really is a need to raise revenues, tanggalin yung travel tax on economy. Tapos, doblehin yung sa business tax, business class. Kasi kung business class ka, ibig sabihin may kaya, doblehin mo. Diba? Isn't that the fair and equitable reason? As it is, yung economic fare mo tsaka business class, times 4 na eh. Ano naman yung extra few thousand pesos na travel tax i-impose? Pero mas maganda, tanggalin na siguro. The other little things that you see, especially sa provincial airports, is yung papasok ka sa airport, tapos biglang magkaabot na yung ticket. Parking ticket na, 20 pesos, 50 pesos. It doesn't matter the amount. But you have to remember, the right to pick up and drop off your passenger is a basic passenger right. No? Alam mo, ilakad mo, dalhin mo yung luggage mo. So, dapat walang bayad yon. But they ask you to pay a parking ticket. So, we should all advocate to say na drop off a pickup. Ay kung magpa-park ma, at least may grace period of 30 minutes to 1 hour. Hindi yung papasok ka, magbayad ka ng 20, 50, di ba? It's all the 1,000 cuts yung tinatawag na hindi ka naman pinapatay ng murder na binabaril ka. But kinukunan ka ng dugo, inihiwa ka, hinahinay kag patayan niya. So, I really feel all these things we should be watchful for. Pansinin natin yan. We should take a more active stand to protect our rights.